During this video, I will describe the concept of sport for development and explain how its qualities and characteristics contribute to international development and peace. I will give examples of modern-day sport for development projects and agencies that have played an important role in achieving the Millennium Development Goals and those that continue to play a role to achieve the current Sustainable Development Goals. This video will also look at sport for development from a historical perspective and how it was used during the colonisation of the British Empire. I will attempt to showcase the power of sport as a tool for social good and the impacts it can have across the globe. So, what is sport for development? It is referred to as utilising sport as a tool for development and peace. There are a great deal of intergovernmental organisations, non-governmental organisations, governmental organisations, and non-profit agencies that are interested in tapping into the potential of the power of sport, using sport as a tool to achieve development objectives, whether that be personal development, community, national, or even international development goals. The power of sport can also be used to address challenges that arise from countries affected by conflict and humanitarian crisis. Why is sport viewed as so effective? In a sport for development context, sport is viewed as using physical activities that go beyond just competitive sports and participating in sport to only improve performance. The United Nations Interagency Task Force on Sport for Development and Peace defines sport as all forms of physical exercise that contribute to physical fitness, mental well-being, and social interaction. These factors can be developed in a range of sporting contexts, including recreational sports, organised sports, casual play, or competitive sport. The Sport for Development and Peace International Working Group is an intergovernmental policy initiative with the aim to promote the integration of sport for development and peace policy and action recommendations into the international development strategies of governments across the globe. According to this group, sport is seen to have a positive impact on a variety of topics, which include health promotion, disease prevention, individual development, gender equality, conflict prevention, economic development, social integration, and many others. From the perspective of the United Nations, sport has been utilised in development programmes for decades, and its promotion of sport continues to accelerate. The UN has harnessed the power of sport to achieve the objectives of UN-funded programmes and also the year 2000 Millennium Development Goals and the current Sustainable Development Goals. The UN sees sport as a way to raise public awareness about global issues and challenges, hence why over 75 famous athletes have been elected as ambassadors for the UN to create a large media presence. In March 2003, a United Nations Interagency Task Force published the Sport for Development and Peace Towards Achieving the MDGs report. Within this report, it stated that well-designed sport-based programs are a cost-effective and practical way to contribute towards achieving the Millennium Development Goals. The use of sport for development has also been used historically. Sport played a crucial role in the development and maintenance of the British Empire as a tool to instill British values into the local populations of its colonies. The power of sport was seen as a way to develop social cohesion and communication between the native populations and British colonists. Cricket especially was utilised in the late 18th century, with it being the most popular sport in Britain and the Empire. The ability to play cricket in most colonies was also crucial due to the low amount of equipment and lack of need for ready-made facilities. Games such as football were not suited to the hard surfaces and hot climates of most colonies. According to Mangan, 1992, cricket emerged as the symbol par excellence of imperial solidarity and superiority, epitomising a set of consolidatory moral imperatives that both exemplified and explained imperial ambition and achievement. So how does sport for development link to the United Nations Millennium Development Goals and current Sustainable Development Goals? The United Nations Office on Sport for Development and Peace has been harnessing the power of sport to bring people together through the Sport for Peace initiatives, from grassroots activities to mega sporting events such as the Olympics. Sport can enable sustainable development through the promotion of respect, tolerance, empowerment of women, young people, and communities. Participation in sport and physical activity also provides benefits to health, education, and social inclusion. This leads to educating young people to choose a healthy, active lifestyle for life, helping to combat non-communicable diseases. Studies conducted by the World Health Organization have also highlighted the positive mental health effects of active participation in physical activity, especially supporting those battling depression and anxiety by improving self-esteem and confidence. There are a number of sport for development organisations and initiatives that work together in harmony to achieve the 17 Sustainable Development Objectives to be pursued until the year 2030. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is an opportunity to action global development by leaving no one behind and bringing people and the planet closer together. So let's highlight some programs and their link to the Sustainable Development Goals. One example is the World Taekwondo Federation, who established the Taekwondo Humanitarian Foundation in 2016 to bring the martial art to refugee camps around the world. This helps to contribute to the Sustainable Development Goal number 3 of ensuring healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. Despite the situation that the refugees are in, sport can contribute to their well-being no matter their gender, ethnicity or age, and empowers them to improve future prospects. KID in 2008 highlighted SCORE, who are an international non-profit organisation focusing on community development through sport and recreation. Established in 1991, it now works across South Africa and Namibia, with their focus areas being children and youth, empowering girls and young women, work in hard-to-reach rural communities, and promoting sustainable volunteerism. Their work with women and young girls specifically contributes to the Sustainable Development Goal number 5 of achieving gender equality and empowering all women and young girls. They actively promote female engagement in sport, promote female leadership, build collaborative relationships between young women and young men, and work to combat issues faced by females in society. The United Nations Office for Sport for Development and Peace has been maintaining its Youth Leadership Programme since 2012. The objective of the programme is to train and empower young leaders from disadvantaged backgrounds through the use of sport. This contributes to the Sustainable Development Goal number 4 of ensuring inclusive and quality education for all and promote lifelong learning. Participation in sport can increase personal and social development within young people, developing essential life skills that will benefit their personal and professional futures. These programs are just a few examples of how sport is utilised to meet international development objectives. In the next video, we will evaluate the impact of sport for development in various contexts and review its impact globally. We will also identify the limitations and criticisms of how sport is used to meet development objectives, and how it may be having a negative impact on the lives of some people and countries across the globe.